It hurts. Heartbreak, being let down, disappointing people, people disappointing you. It's painful. I was living in Virginia Beach and I had a career there and things were going really well. And then one night, literally, God spoke so clearly and said, "Hey, you're moving to Honduras." I remember being overwhelmed with fear immediately. And I knew that if the enemy was that quick to attack something that God's asked me to do, then I have to do it because there's purpose in it. 3 weeks after he spoke, I was in Honduras. I had quit my job. I had left a boyfriend back at home, and I moved. I was nervous and excited for what that season was gonna look like. A lot of it didn't look the way I thought. About 3 months into it, I felt like I was supposed to break up with that person. That was painful and extremely difficult because it's never easy to break up with someone that you love and you care about. But when the Lord says to do it, we do it. And we just trust that He has a plan in it. I was going through all of that and trying to work through that situation. So shortly after the breakup, I was faced with a situation where the heart of who I am was under attack. I knew it wasn't the people as much as it was, truthfully, the enemy trying to stop what God was doing in my life. Sorry. I just remember that day. I hurt. Remember the things that were said to me struck so deep that I was crying in hysterics because I couldn't believe what was happening. I remember running out of that room and just not even knowing where to go because I didn't have my family there. I didn't have that person I cared about anymore. I just felt like I was alone. And I remember just crying out, like, "God, you have to show up because I'm hurting." And it was a lot to go through. You try to stay strong and you have to push through. And I remember when I had talked to my parents and just kind of told them what had happened. My dad said, "I wish I could come rescue you. I wish I could take you home. But I know that I can't. And I know that you have to go through this and there's a reason for it." I stuck it out. And as you can see, the feelings are still raw. Even though I really do feel like I've experienced healing in it, sometimes it still hurts. I remember sitting out on the balcony while I was still in Honduras and just listening to worship music and saying, "God, like, where are you? Come, please, like now." And I remember this song that was playing. It's called Songs of Solomon by Jesus Culture. And it says, "Over the mountains and over the seas, there you'll come running, my lover, to me." Where I could visually, physically see Jesus running to my rescue. I've never felt that embrace and that rescue of Jesus before until that moment. It's taught me that even in the pain, He's so present. And in the hurt and in the words, there's healing. In those seasons that have come and will come, when the pain is still raw and it is in a new form and in a new way, because that's life. I know that God is faithful to show up, that He's faithful to rescue me, and He's faithful to hold me through the night and remind me that I am loved, remind me that I have purpose, remind me that I am chosen by Him. But I have learned to discipline my heart in those areas and to say when that pain comes, "No, I can make it through. I can push through. God, you're with me. God, you're faithful. God, your word says this. Their words hold no authority in my life." And when you experience that healing and you allow Him to rescue you, as you can see, there's joy. I can't help but to feel the joy. It's reminding my own heart and my own soul of how good He is. Though you may not see the purpose or understand the purpose in your pain, sometimes it's simply for you to get on your knees and say, "God, come rescue me." And then when you learn who that part of Jesus is, when you learn his grace and his mercy, when you understand his love and his rescue, you can't help but to find joy in that season. You can't help but to know, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be okay. And so I challenge you, and I hope that I encourage you to know that the purpose in your pain is going to help somebody else. The purpose in your pain is going to draw you closer to God. And the purpose in your pain will turn to joy. I promise you. Cling to him and know that he's close to the brokenhearted.